Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers, thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. I'm in the book. We're doing some Freemasonry stuff today. I want to let you know that's a blue standard monitor for Masonry. This is the book of the evolution and history of Masonry, and this is the granddaddy of them all. Morals and Dogma on Freemasonry. And I got another big blue one over there called Encyclopedia. So I was always a bookworm, studying, reading, and getting information. So that's been going on for the last 40 years. All right. But this lesson about Masonry, I got a good one for you. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tuning in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. I'm going to read the oath that they take from the Masonic Order right there. This is P from Philosophy on Freemasonry. We got more information. This is, you feel like the certificate, the paperwork, this is what you sign here, your name, and then this is the oath. I'll read a few of them in here. There are a couple of them. But this is the staircase, the family portrait of Masonic Order. Scottish Rite, York Rite, two different sides of going up the same ladder, but the ladder is really what? The spinal column. We broke it down and gave that philosophy from a philosophical concept using degrees. I have a problem with that. I got all of them too. Okay, so yeah, it's called about understanding what you're practicing. And this is about the Duncan and the Black Book, first called it Duncan, with the rituals for the most brothers. We use that. I got hooked up with a guy over in New York, and I got all my information from him, and another brother out in Illinois. So I didn't care about the black. I know I just getting the information. I'm getting who I'm getting it from. So I didn't have that problem. But let's go. And they kill me with, if you're black in Mason, it's got to be nigger Masonry. It's the same thing. It's supposed to be. Again, racism is everywhere, even in the craft. All right. But beyond the fundamental 3 degrees that they give you to be a master Mason, I tell you all the time, with the chakra system, it's Masonry mimics that. There's 7 degrees to become a true master mason. The first 3 degrees are just to get you started. That's the lower level. And again, on the chakra, from 3 down, you still vulnerable to what I meant. So you ain't making it into the afterlife with just 3 degrees. You need that 7. And the 7, the 33 on one side, you notice 33 steps up here, spinal column. The 7 liberal arts, okay? They play the game and they got inside. And I don't like the way they feel about truth. They say here, Freemasons believe the truth should be kept secret from the masses. That's what I got a problem with. As a teacher, I got a serious problem with it. I taught Masonic knowledge. I'm teaching whatever it is I know, I'm teaching it. I don't want it to be a secret, okay? But those who want it, yeah, but they feel like it's a secret. I got a problem with that. All right, here we go. But beyond the fundamental first 3 degrees, you have an additional higher degrees, okay? And they exist within different Masonic branches. After the 3rd degree, they start stemming off and start doing their own thing pretty much, such as you got the Scottish Rite, you got the York Rite, then you got Mr. Rite. Like that one. But With all these explore even more esoteric and mystical teachings. The higher you up, the more knowledge you acquire. That's the concept, okay? And mystical teachings are to be what? Learned and then practiced, emulated. That's the key. You become a nobleman with what? Self-knowledge. You build yourself up to be respectable. People see you. You bring respect. That light, that little light that you shine, that's what it's all about. As a Mason, that's what the craftsmen represent. It ain't that today. Moving on, okay. But it says right here, the influence and the purpose of Freemasonry was always debated. Some say they want to rule the world. Most of the presidents, the Declaration of Independence was signed by 50 of them. The 56 was Masons. So yeah, but Masonry preach or they advocate what they call moral integrity. I get that from my yacht philosophy. But let's talk about right here. They got the Masonic oath. Whoa, I got so much stuff here. Remember them. Okay. Freemasonry has long been associated with what? Influential historical figures. Again, they intellectual movements. They say the Masons is what run the world. The higher ups, we get to Illuminati, Skull and Ball. They know about all those occult teachings, all of the cult followers, and only for those who are in that little group. Okay, it's always been that way. It's not going to change. It's still there. They ain't changed. But it's the intellectual movement, which is okay. That's who I want in charge. Somebody with intellect. I don't want no preacher running the country. I don't want no hustler, no con man running the country. I want an intellect, somebody who's going to do what's right with intellect and understanding and have some kind of moral integrity. This guy we got ain't fitting the bill at all for me. So moving on. But we are a secret church that has secrets in this tradition. We're not a secret order. We are order with secrets. Okay, understand that. And while some view it as a philosophical brotherhood that's devoted to enlightenment, that's one way to look at it. And if it's pursued in that manner, yeah, that's cool. But you got others who speculate that it holds hidden influence and its purpose in Freemasonry. Okay, no, it holds, oh my bad, it holds knowledge and connects to our ancient wisdom. Yeah, yeah, and yes, but they don't tell you all of that. So when they sign up to be a Mason, they give you the application, you go through all that. And I can't see this little fine print, but pretty much I know the Masonic oath. I, Mark Wright, of my own free will accord, here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but the punishment is symbolic. It's very discouraging, but it's symbolical. But again, I told you earlier, people will do crazy stuff. And my man, Jack the Ripper, he was killing them in Masonic order. And only Masons would know that. So they know he had to be a Mason. Okay, but not all Freemasons are malevolent or however the elite, the higher ups, ranking members have been accused. Here we go. And when you got this thing involved, you're going to have greed, larceny, and unscrupulous people, corrupt people. Why? They like this. And exploiting stolen knowledge for what? Their own corruption and the benefit for purpose of them to what? Profit thereby. If your profit is based on dollars and cents, you're in the wrong business. I don't do this for the money. And the little bit of views I get prove that out. So I ain't here. Oh, I want to make a bunch of money. No, I'm gonna try to just teach a concept. That's what I'm doing. I'm good with that. Moving on. I appreciate the 20 views I get. I appreciate all y'all. But they are believed to use what? This occult art, knowledge, esoteric wisdom, and they use it as a tool like they do religion. To what? To manipulate and control and subjugate what? Ensuring that they maintain dominance over the masses. So they want to keep you ignorant. They want to keep you stupid and dependent on them. Sound like the government. That's just what we're talking about. Okay? That's what they do. And they do it in religion. They do it in a cultural system. They got it every lined up so they can't miss. They're not going to let you get away. Or they're going to get you coming and going. Okay? Understand that. But a fraternal order is a business. Religion is a business. Understand that? So all that loving it. No, they doing it for a purpose. If your agenda is to gain favor and monetary things, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I'm a Mason a long time. I look at them with now a little disdain. Why? Because my man told me when I was a young kid, don't let what you see, don't let what people do in masonry deter your love for the craft. I still love the craft. I know what it represents. But the people who I can't deal with them. I love my family. But if they ain't doing, I can't deal with them. I don't discriminate. I don't care. Again, I don't do emotions. I just do what's right. Moving on. And to a degree, that's emotional, but it's the right way, in the right way. But the powers that be, they want to keep dominance over the masses. And now you got a sacred traditions within a fraternity of Masonic, Freemasonry, likely originated from ancient civilization, not Europe. They try to say, no, stop. Ancient civilization, these things right here prove that. So stop with anything other than that. I ain't wasting my time. When you have knowledge that may have been what? Seized, stolen, copied, hidden, concealed, whatever you call it. Where? During the Vatican. Them Catholics, the Roman Catholics, they stole everything because they were in power. So now they got control over everything, and they rewrote their own history and wrote themselves in. Blacked us out, white us out, and wrote themselves in. Ancient times, everything that was good was black. Did you know that? No, they flipped that. Why? Now you see black as, oh. I know people of other ethnicity, when they hear the word nigger, they think it means black. See the mindset? Again, bad, evil, all wrong connotation. But your Catholic churches, they raised the power in Europe, according to them. Again, they make it what they wanted. But this lost wisdom, what do you mean lost? How do wisdom get lost? Sorry. Once used for what? Enlightenment of the people. Right there. Of the people, not a select few, not the ones you deem necessary for you. Okay, what in order to be one? What you got to join one? You got in order to join, you got to know one. So they bring you in on the snide, so to speak, on the low, as they say. Okay, watch this. But it was supposed to be for the masses. They took it away, hid it, and now they divvy it out. Can't get Masonic business, can't get Masonic knowledge for free. All right, and it was used for enlightenment and spiritual advancement, not material and profits, financial profits. No, that's not what the craft represents. Remember, they're all working men. They're all craftsmen. They have a profession. They have a craft. So yeah, they have access to money. Most people who work have access to money, but that doesn't mean they got to give it to you because you give them some information, some knowledge. But that's what you're doing. And now you suspect that what? To serve, they have an agenda of those who seek to what? Govern from where? Behind the veil of secrecy. The hidden hand. Okay, my man, Napoleon, the hidden hand, he understood this is all symbolism that's been around since forever. This order is built on secrecy. Mm-hmm. And they tell the people who join, steer them in the wrong direction. Tell them a whole bunch of stories, whatever, but don't tell them the truth. Why? That's for us. I'm sorry. Breaking your Masonic oath. When your ritual, you're saying, if I break my oath, I'm going to subject myself to this punishment. It's only symbolical, but let me see if I can read it out here. Okay, it said, breaking the Masonic oath. My innermost danger, intimate danger, is in just as lawful lodge for what the abandoned beware the words accompany it, but is worthy a brother describe. I'm saving it. They said you would rather save somebody else's life and risk yours. I'm not doing that. Another brother, ain't happening. But that's what we call a cable tow. How long is your cable tow? I'm not going to let you kill me. If you choking me, I'm cutting you loose. Snoop. Why? I can't afford to let you kill me. No, you got to do your own self. But they said you help a brother out if it costs you your life. I didn't go to that extreme. Okay, and I told all my brothers who joined, when I come do the interview as the master, I will come to interview you and tell your wife, your other half, my meetings go from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock at the latest, 11, depending on what we're doing. But no, if he come home 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning time he's at the lodge, he's lying. So I didn't appreciate that. A lot of people think, wives think the lodge open all night. Why? That's when the husband come home in the morning. I've been to the lodge, baby. No, you ain't. Lodge been closed. So I have to be one of them guys. Don't lie on my lodge. But where you go? One of these, they got the oath in one of these. Okay, yeah. I relieve there is a greater probability of promise and swear with the firm and steady penalty that have been my body sworn, torn in 4-part, thrown in 4 parts of the directions, cardinal winds, have my throat sliced from ear to ear, my tongue torn out at the root, though with the ebb-tide flow twice a 4 hour. I used to have that memorized because it was, part of the ritual, and I was a teacher, so it came. And man, I didn't think twice about it. I didn't really give it no second thought. I looked at it and I said, what the? Yeah, I can see how, if you're not in, how it looks. So I'm looking at it from a different perspective now. And right here, it says, Freemasonry believe that truth should be kept secret from the masses. I have a direct problem with that. I have a problem with that. Our ancients said knowledge was for the masses. Ignorance was against the law. Mayas law. Okay? Self-knowledge, mastery was a must. And y'all telling me y'all gotta hide it from the masses? They're gonna tear stuff up. That's what we have right now. Ignorant people doing ignorant stuff. But it says here, the Masonries taught a sublime wisdom. The truth must be kept secret, and the masses need a teaching proportion to their imperfect reason. If you don't know nothing, really, that's how they look at y'all. Now they noblemen because they got knowledge, so they think they're superior. I see that snotty attitude. I don't like that. Didn't like that either because they know a few things about themselves. They're better than everybody else. Really? So again, but these truths were covered from the common people. Why? As with a veil of what we call ignorance of yourself. And they've been doing it for a long time. And watch this, the mysteries were carried into every country thereafter. So they went around, hence traveling men. Okay? But they kept it on the low. Make that dope. Okay? Now over here. Let me finish this stuff. Man, this is a whole lot of stuff here. But this is all how they represent themselves. They got kings and queens and everybody's hierarchy, diplomatic people, hierarchy, stuff like that, thinking they're somebody. And it tells you here, the first side, the left side, I showed you with the 3 levels, what they call the Blue Lodge. Okay, that's the Blue House. And then you got 33 degrees of Scottish Rite Masonry. That's going all the way up, the spinal column. But they don't say that, they use it in degrees. At the 33rd degree, which is an honorary degree, but know what happens at 33 degrees? Water freezes at 32. Okay, at 32 degrees, you got solid block of ice, you got water. That's the concept, and that's what you said. Okay, right here, the 3-3, and all this is symbolism. Right here. At 32 degrees, this is solid ice, it's frozen. That 1 degree frees you from what? Solid ice, stagnation, movement, the flow. I'm breaking it down for you that way, but I understand all this. So let's talk about this side. You got my dude, Manly P. Hall. Okay, he's the 33rd degree Mason. Stated that Freemasonry is an organization that hides an inner brotherhood. Upon reaching the 33rd degree, you may now be selected for initiation into other higher secret societies, such as what that job y'all do? God damn it. Shriners. You got the Shriners. You got the Skull and Crossbone. You got the Illuminati. You got all these higher secret societies. Yeah, they still operating to this day. That's what they try to tell you. And over here, he says it. Freemasonry is a fraternity. Watch this. Within a fraternity. That means it's a projected fraternity, and behind it, it's more fraternity that's doing their own little thing. That's what they're showing you. But that's and watch this. An outer organization that conceals what the inner brotherhood of the same organization of the elite before it is possible to intelligently discuss the origin of the craft, it is necessary to at least establish the existence of these two separate yet independent orders. Everything got to have an opposite. If you got a good one, you got to have a bad one. Watch this. And you got orders. The one that's visible, the one that you see. And then you got the other one, that one that's hidden, the invisible. That's the esoteric. That's the teachings that they teach those of not the masters. Why? The masters just as gullible and dumb as the day is long. But you can learn it. I'm a symbolist. I know the message, the signs, and symbols. Okay, I just gave you a lesson today. But that's the idea. To be able to recognize the signs and symbols that you can accommodate yourself and acquiesce to the situation. If I go into a town and I don't see a Masonic emblem up there, I know this ain't Masonic town. I go to a town, I see Masonic, okay, I'm covered. Why? I'm a Mason. They're going to look me out. And I've used that many times. Okay, it works. Trust me. Not always for the good, but it's there. Better to have it, don't need it, and need it, don't have it. Okay. But again, when the visible society, the one that we see, is a splendid camaraderie of free and accepted men that's all together and joined to devote themselves to doing the right thing. Yeah, behind closed doors. All that Masonic stuff is only good inside the damn Masonic Lodge. Because I'm watching, I'm seeing over the years, y'all don't do none of this stuff. Y'all worse than damn bad Christians or fake Muslims. You talk a good one, but you ain't walking none of it. But they don't rely on God, so they ain't got to worry about that. See, little game they play. And my man, understand this: 33 degrees is important. Not just in the degree, but they have a symbolical meaning. 3-3, that's the master's number. Put them together, 33. You master what? You done rode your Kundalini, the serpent, up to 33 spinal columns to reach the what? The Magala back here, the back of your brain, to what? Enlighten you, to touch the what? The pineal gland. It says water melts at the temperature of 32 degrees, where it freezes, okay, at 33 degrees, transitioning from a solid ice to what? A fluid liquid water at what? 33 degrees. Water becomes free flowing, no longer frozen, but in motion. In the words of my famous immortal Bruce Lee, who was a Shaolin monk, so he was a philosopher, a poet, he was a wise man. He said, be like water, my friend. Just flow, go with the flow. That's the Tao. Okay, so he understood. And anybody who studied, we get the philosophical concepts. All you have to do is implement them and understand how they work, and then it becomes yours. Okay, again, they're showing you how water, at 33 degrees. But you see what's in? Wait a minute, what's in the water? You notice what's in the water? Oh yeah, what's in the water? Spinal column. That's what this is. The serpent. And why everybody say the serpent, the serpent. The serpent is the symbolical concept for what? It's a sign of what? The spinal column. And everybody has one. So the serpent is in all of us. All this is symbolism. When it's misinterpreted, misunderstood, you just wrong. You're going the wrong way. It's like playing hot and cold. You get warmer, you get closer, you get warmer, so now you get excited. Yeah, but you're getting cold. Okay, that means you're going the wrong way. Okay, same thing in learning and getting symbolism and esoteric teaching. You have to pay attention, and then you start seeing it. It should make sense. Eureka, I get it. Okay, that's the aha moment. When you turn that light on, ding. Aha, yeah, all right. But it tells you that's the concept of the 33 degrees. It's no longer frozen, now it's motion, moving. So in Freemasonry, the 33rd degree is symbolized of your journey toward what? Spiritual enlightenment, self-knowledge, aka where I come from, know thyself. With the 33rd degree, or what y'all call it, finding order in chaos, the 33rd degree representing the highest revolution of truth. Why? Because the stem at 33rd plugs into your brain, to the head. Okay, you're making a connection. Jacob's ladder, all that, telling you the spinal column goes up to the brain. And just as water is liberated from ice from 32 degrees, from 1 degree more, it becomes fluid. The final degrees of masonry are to believe to what we call unveiling the deepest, most hidden knowledge, aka self-knowledge. You're talking about you. You're learning about you. Solomon's temple is you, okay? Allowing one to attain what they call true freedom and the flow of wisdom. That comes from here. That comes from here. But you had to rise, okay? You got to put the work in. You got to break the ice, so to speak. Chip it and make it what? Fluid. So break the ice by what? Getting knowledge of self. Magic rituals do not mix. There's no such thing. Masonic orders have what? Have contained the most influential and produced more influence in government. And virtually every occult order, and we have a lot of them, has many Masonic roots. They started out from the Masonic order, and then they got higher. They started branching out, the Royal Ark, Lodge of Perfection, Knights Templars, okay, Holy of Holies, Captains of the Holy, all these different venues of secret, compartments within the organization. That's been going on for a long time. And everybody knows the old quote from the Bible, or from the dollar bill. Everybody knows that now if these words are broken up, they just randomly, you're going to pick 5 words and say that's what it means. But they make it work for them. They show you pentagram, they draw the upside down pyramid to make it work. 6 points. Again, when you take the 3 and you make it 6, that's combining male and female aspects, male and female concept. Same thing, they make it different, whatever it was. But that becomes one. That's God. Okay? Male, female come together. One, that's God. And it shows you when you align your sacred geometry for $1 on the $1 bill, the pyramid, the corners will correspond to the letters A, S, M, N, and O. They're not in the order of masonry. You got to play the old scramble board from Soul Train and put it in the order in which, when collectively and correctly spell the word Mason. There's a few words you can get out of there, but we ain't going there right now. But the term Mason is derived from what? Freemasonry and their potential connection between Freemasons and the New World Order. Everybody knows that. It ain't a conspiracy theory. At the bottom, it tells you, it reads in Latin. It says, I knew it, copius novus, ordo seclorum. This is in Latin, and it means in English, announcing the birth of a new order of the ages, aka New World Order. But this is back in 1776, which is when that's what it was done. And these words in Roman numerals come out to 1776, okay? But this is when it started. This is when, where we at right now, the New World Order been in effect. It ain't just started, it's coming. No, it's been around already, a long time. They're telling you to your face right there. It says MDCCLXXVI is the Roman numeral, which translates to 1776. Declaration of Independence and all that. Yeah. May the 1st of the same year, Adam Weishaupt founded his secret order society of what? You ready? The Illuminati. The ones y'all still talk about, like the string pullers, yeah, that's him. He started them, okay? He started that order in 1776, okay? And it's composing of what? At that time, some of the brightest minds. I don't mind an intellect in charge, within the Masonic order who mastered science, philosophy, and metaphysics. Okay, these are the kind of people with education that you want in charge running things. Not some ignorant, egotistical maniac who wants to be the damn dictator and want to do what he wants to do with a misinterpretation, misunderstanding of everything that's right. Right, thinkers. I'm gonna shut it down right now. See, it's been a half hour. I'm gonna take up too much of time. I'm just doing Masonic thing. I just get caught up in the moment. So, hope it was informative. I'll try to give as much information I can on what I know about. So, without giving the secrets. But yeah, again, in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I now know that my right thinkers who fully understand a lot more about Freemasonry have passed away. I got one more for you. I ain't done yet.